Hey there, everybody in Melbourne. It's Mark Patton coming to you from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there with you tonight, but I'm looking forward to coming in the very near future. You've been invited into the Sanctum Sanctorum of Lala Morales. I very rarely let people come in here. This is another aspect of my life that many of you know about. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm so excited that you're getting to see it on the big screen. It's very rare that you do these days. So I thought I'd answer a couple of questions for you that usually come up. If I was there, these are probably some of the things that you would ask me. The number one question that I get asked more and more is about the sexuality of the movie and whether I knew that was happening when it happened. And quite frankly, I didn't. Not until about halfway through the movie, and then it became clear to me that I was in a ship that was sinking. And I decided just to go with it. David Chalkin, the director of, the writer, pardon me, of Nightmare on Elm Street, lied for many years, actually, saying that he didn't write this movie in this particular way. But of course he did. And after Never Sleep Again, he came out and said that he did. My relationship, people often ask about my relationship with Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger. And Robert and I are very good friends. We remain friends. We travel the world together now. We go to, the last time I saw Robert was in London, and I'll see him in London again in a couple of weeks. We had a very good relationship. It was interesting playing this part, that the part of Jesse Walsh is actually what would traditionally be thought of as a girl's part. And if you notice in the Nightmare on Elm Street series, Freddy is always very vicious with the girls. With Nancy, he's very vicious. With Patton, he's very vicious. But with Jesse, he's always very loving and very kind, and just has a tendency to kill all the people around me. So, there's some credence to the fact that maybe there's something more going on there than meets the eye. People often ask me why Jesse didn't appear in part 3. That answer, I really don't know. I think it had more to do with Wes Craven than it had to do with the actual storyline. And Wes directed 1 and 3. And of course he had nothing to do with 2, so I think he just decided to forget it. But we're addressing that problem with a new documentary called There Is No Jesse. There Is No Jesse is really about my life in Hollywood and leading up to the reason why I left Hollywood in the end. It's going to be really interesting. Like some of my former co-workers are going to be there. Robert, obviously. I believe Heather's going to join us, and most of the cast from Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and 2. And also Cher, Karen Black, Sandy Dennis. Sandy's dead, so I guess she won't be there. Kathy Bates, all the people from Come Back to the Five and Dime, Jimmy Dean. And hopefully we're going to have a little George Clooney for you too. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, as I said before, I really do wish I could be there with you tonight. Lee worked very hard to get this all done, and as did Oz Horror Con. It's just $10,000 is a lot of flight. So, and I'm 17 hours away from you, so that's the way it had to be. So anyway, I just wanted to wish you a good night and hope you have a lot of fun. Those of you who participated in the production of this, I want to offer you the opportunity to Skype with me. So you speak with Lee, and he'll give you my Skype, and we'll do a personal Skype with each one of you. And then I can answer your questions up close and personal. Okay? So thank you so much. Enjoy the film. I hope you have a good time. I know you all seen it like 100 times, but just pretend like you've never seen it before, and pretend I'm still 25. All right? Thanks a lot. Goodbye from Puerto Vallarta.